Going east from Providence, Rhode Island on Route 114, the open area of 100 Acre Cove, which is nestled within suburban development, farmland, protected open space, and a state highway, will come into your view on your left. This area is called Osamequin Nature Preserve, named for the leader of the Pokanoket tribe of the Pokanoket Nation, 1581 to 1661, who played a major part in the survival of the first European colonists, as well as helping to preserve peace throughout this area for more than 50 years. The political seat of the many tribes collectively known as the Pokanoket Nation or Confederacy was Sowams, the homeland of the Massasoit. The Pokanoket tribe's territory included what is now a small portion of Providence, East Providence, the towns of Bristol, Warren, and Barrington, Rhode Island, and the towns of Seekonk, Swansea, Somerset, and Rehoboth. When Osamequin's people were seriously weakened by a series of epidemics and were vulnerable to attacks by the Narragansetts, Osamequin formed an alliance with the colonists at Plymouth Colony. It was through Osamequin's assistance that the European colonists avoided starvation during the early years. The Pokanoket have lived in this area for at least 12,000 years and have long been environmental stewards who believe in respecting the creations of the earth and in the value of their connection to the land. The Osamequin Nature Preserve and Bird Sanctuary was purchased by the town of Barrington in the 1960s through the state's Green Acres program and is co-managed by the Barrington Land Conservation Trust, the Barrington Garden Club, and the town. The Land Trust Volunteer Student Stewardship Team and the Tuesday Trails Team collaborate with the Garden Club to maintain the trails. This preserve offers visitors a place to birdwatch and enjoy a diverse sample of Rhode Island's coastal plant and animal communities along the west shore of the Barrington River's 100 Acre Cove. Salt marsh islands in the cove are visible from the shoreline of the refuge, and the horseshoe crabs lay eggs on the shoreline each spring. The trail system on the preserve provides many views of the cove, as well as the various habitats and environments within the preserve. The trails are all easy and flat, and each habitat type is accessible to refuge visitors via the color-coded trails, which begin with the green trail at the park entrance. Going further east on County Road, the Doug Rayner Wildlife Refuge is located on Knockham Hill in Barrington, on a peninsula extending into the Barrington River and 100 Acre Cove estuary. Owned by the town of Barrington, the refuge's public hiking trails traverse more than 70 acres of field, forest, and shoreline. Knockham Hill has figured prominently in Barrington's history. Once home to the Pokanoket tribe, it was once the site of the First Baptist Church meeting house, built by the European colonists. The town acquired the land in the 1960s and designated it as a wildlife refuge in 1994.
But anyway, this ties into the history because the Preservation Society was one of the parties to help lobby to protect this land, keep it from being developed, because there's good reason to believe that the meeting house that was located very close to this area right here, cited in all the documents in Knockham Hill and all of that, was maybe the site of the very beginning of the King Philip's War in 1674, 1675.
The Barrington Land Conservation Trust was granted a conservation easement on the property in 2005 to ensure the property remains protected. This sensitive land is managed by the Doug Rayner Management Committee in collaboration with BLCT. In 2000, the refuge was named after an ardent naturalist, Doug Rayner, a member of the Barrington Conservation Commission and a board member of the Barrington Land Conservation Trust. Doug was instrumental in protecting the marshes and upland buffers of the Palmer and Barrington Rivers, Knockham Hill, and 100 Acre Cove, and was active in protecting endangered species and their habitats. Long recognized as a property of great natural resource value because of its coastal wetland and habitat, it includes extensive salt marsh, shrub-dominated fields, deciduous forest, and farmland. The conservation land on the other side of the cove includes quite a bit of salt marsh and some upland forest. Hundred Acre Cove is Rhode Island's third largest salt marsh estuary and has been noted by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to be one of the 50 most important coastal marshes between Long Island and Cape Cod. It supports important breeding populations of the clapper rail, the seaside sparrow, the marsh wren, and a colony of common terns, which historically have nested there. Over 100 different species of birds nest in this natural habitat and is the primary breeding locality and habitat for the diamondback terrapin in Rhode Island. The land within and around 100 Acre Cove, which stretches from Barrington to East Providence, Rhode Island, is under various ownerships and is preserved and protected by the Barrington Land Conservation Trust, Audubon Society of Rhode Island, the Town of Barrington, and the East Providence Conservation Commission.
What do you think about the 100 Acre Cove?
When you see it from the actual cove itself, it's just amazing. It's a perspective on it. I've seen it from every angle from the outside, but this is a unique experience to say the least. What do you think, Dave?
It's so quiet and peaceful. Kind of forget that it's surrounded by cars going by.
Yeah.
The Barrington Land Conservation Trust is a local nonprofit volunteer-driven organization which has preserved approximately 300 acres of open space to benefit the public. The Barrington Land Conservation Trust, BLCT, which epitomizes how to inspire a community to work together creatively with diverse ideas, has made a positive impact on this community with activities such as the Barrington Pollinator Pathways, which is dedicated to creating friendly garden habitats for birds, bees, and butterflies in the Barrington community. The Tuesday Trails team, the Student Stewardship team, Public Walks, Forest Management Plans, Research, Fun Activities for Kids, The Land Trust also supports the work of the Terrapin Conservation Project. The Barrington Land Conservation Trust preserves and protects many local conservation areas, including Sowam's Woods, Allen's Cove Conservation Area, Pickwill Nature Preserve, Johannes Farm Wildlife Preserve, and many other properties. The Land Trust assists in the management of the Doug Rayner Wildlife Refuge, the Osamequin Nature Preserve and Bird Sanctuary, and St. Andrew's Farm. There are many public walking trails in Barrington, open year-round, dawn to dusk, where you can enjoy the natural setting and connect with nature. Please visit www.blct.org for more information.